So JP finally cornered you to be able to get some answers. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to talk with us at the Professors of Wrestling.
The pleasure is all yours.
Anyway, we talked to Blaze, and I'm pretty sure you've seen that interview on our YouTube page. You have a history. What is your perception of your history with Blaze?
Well, first off, you sure that was Blaze? I mean, Jesus, that guy looks like he's anorexic. He doesn't look well. Did you interview him from a hospital bed? I mean, the guy looks like he's half dead.
That was the Blaze that we both know. So maybe you know a different Blaze. Maybe you're confusing your Blazes.
Now, let me tell you something. The Blaze that I knew way back in the day was a vivacious, young, up-and-coming athlete that when I recruited him had nothing but stardom ahead of him. And I got him some quality matches. I got him matches with the likes of Dusty Rhodes. I tagged him with the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez. I tagged him up with Big Guido, Primo Carnera III. He had all those high-caliber main event matches, but then I don't know what happened to him, but he started to feel like the fans were more important than the money. And I don't know how anybody could think that, because the money is where it's at, because the money can buy you anything you want. And he's turned on us. He turned his back on us. Nobody turns their back on JP Nasty. So
you're sorry to interrupt there, JP, but this has been going on 20 years. I mean, you hold a grudge that long?
When it comes to money, I hold a grudge for a lifetime. He cost me a lot of money. I had a lot of money invested in him. And when it comes to right down to it, debts had to be paid. So he decides to come up to New York. He gets this Eastern Shores belt, and then things happen. He gets a little boo-boo, and, he ends up in traction for 6 months. I don't know what happened,
If you're saying this is a different Blaze than you knew 20 years ago, he's frail, he's weak, and all this, don't you feel like you've won at the end of the day?
Listen, I won 20 years ago, okay? I don't know why he wants to have this match, but he keeps on coming after me. Here I am. I'm in retirement. I ran a successful promotion with a guy, you may have heard of him, Paul Heyman. I helped him out run a promotion up in Philadelphia. I've done some other work at other top promotions. I'm living comfortable. I'm in retirement and in a beautiful condo on the Gulf Coast of Florida. And a friend of mine calls me and asks me for some advice, and I helped him out. And I go to the locker room. There's these fresh-faced young punks that are just oozing with, I don't know what they were oozing with. I hope it wasn't contagious, but they were just looking for advice from a seasoned veteran like myself. And in the corner, I see this frail, crippled person. I thought that maybe we were in a retirement home, but it's not. It's Blaze. And I'm like, this guy's like a bad penny. He keeps popping up. And after a while, I just said, the hell with it. I left. I don't want nothing to do with this guy. He's no good. He's no good for me.
Is that the bomb that you keep threatening to drop? Is that the thing that you
Oh, no.
You know about Blaze?
No.
What is this? You mention this, and it just seems like it's always coming up short, or do you actually have any?
Listen, here's the bomb. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
He keeps pushing my buttons, and he challenges me for this match. Okay, and I've been a nice guy in this interview, and I've kind of toned myself down, and I've begged him. You've seen the tape. I've begged him not to show up for this match, but I'm telling you that I've held out the exclusive for you, and I don't know why, because you guys are a bunch of morons, but I've held out long enough on this.
Well, we thought we do a good job, and we connect with the fans in the region. But I mean, enough about what we do.
All right, stop talking and listen to me. I'm the professional here. You're just a wannabe guy with a podcast that have maybe 5 people listening to it. I'm telling you what's going on here. On July 20th in Pavo, Georgia. Do you know that Pavo means turkey in Spanish? I just realized that. So here I am. I'm going into a town of turkeys.
But it also means peacock in Latin.
I don't care what it means in Latin. It means turkey in Spanish. Okay. So not only am I going into the South where they still think the war is still going on. By the way, they lost the war. But what I'm talking about is this. If Blaze wants to continue and come to this match, I'm telling him right now, this is going to be on my terms. And my terms are this. It's going to be a Philly street fight. Weapons, no holds barred, no rules, nothing. And the only thing the referee is going to be there is to count the 1, 2, 3. And I've been in contact with another friend of his who's been coaching and mentoring me over the last couple weeks, a guy by the name of New Jack. When you see Blaze, you ask Blaze about the first time he met New Jack. He was a snot-nosed little kid at an ECW show down in Kissimmee, Florida. He goes up. He goes, "Hi, Mr. New Jack. My name is Blaze. It's a nice to meet you." And he goes to shake New Jack's hand, and New Jack says, "Who's this little punk ass?" Grabs his hand and headbutts him, splits Blaze open, knocks his ass right out. So that's the guy that's training me for this Philly street fight. Back in the old days.
You talk about, like, I've heard you talk about the Philly street fight. I've seen the video you sent to SWA. But are you ready to deal with what Pavo brings to you? It seems Blaze has a lot of support. I've seen you arguing, beefing, or having heat. I don't the wrestling terms using with the Beatrice. She's challenged you also to a fight. So are you up for 2 battles that night?
Listen, let Pavo bring whoever they want. Let Beatrice come into that ring. I'll beat her ass just like I'm going to beat Blaze's ass. Let the people of Turkey, Georgia line up, and I'll be ready for them. I've got everybody ready, willing, and able to do battle on Team Nasty. And if I have to, I'll make calls. I'll bring a whole slew of people in there to back me up, and we'll wipe out the entire Pavo, Georgia, Blaze country, whatever the hell you want to call it, because I'm going to extinguish Blaze country.
Anything else you'd like to add to that, JP?
Well, just this. The pleasure has been yours to have my precious time given to you for the last few minutes, and I'm looking forward to settling this with Blaze once and for all in Turkey, Georgia, July 20th at the Summer Showcase. I just can't wait. And Rod Grimes is going to take that little sparrow, anorexic, frail Vince Lewis, take him over his knee, snap him in half, and walk out with the AIWF belt as the icing on the cake.
Thank you, JP, I guess.